Hello and welcome to the second G8X rear end tutorial video. This one centres around the diffuser, as you can tell. It's here out on the side. This is our M Performance style rear diffuser. Around the back of that you'll see the Carbonwurks Diffuser Surround, full carbon part again. That is an option, so they don't come together, you order them separately, but what we're going to do is package them together in this video because the easiest way to swap this out is to have the diffuser off. So we're going to do it in steps, show you how it goes. Obviously if you are only having the diffuser, then you can watch that bit, tune in, stay tuned in if you want, tune out if not. But again, a fairly straightforward one, this one. Very light on the tool requirements. Here is what you need: some low tack masking tape and a trim tool. Just one to get out the standard mushroom clip stroke trim clip that you get on these, and then some rapid detailer or something just to wipe down the area and clean things up afterwards. So I'll go over to the car, Tim will join us there with the camera, and I'll show you what this is all about. Okay, so step one, we're going to handle the rear diffuser. It's a standalone part. A lot of you guys might be here just to see that. So I'm going to get cracking with that. It's much the same as a number of products on this car, and as much as there's a series of trim clips, mushroom clips underneath, which pop off with the trim tool, and then after that it's all just pulling the panel off by hand, gently, and protection. Most important, protection. So what I've done, as you can see here, just run a length of masking tape along each side just to prevent this panel from getting scuffed. It doesn't polish very well, this gloss black trim, for some reason, so I always find it best to do a bit of masking tape. Sometimes I go along the top as well, but this part's also getting replaced today, so just done that as a demonstration. And then tailpipe trims, I've used microfiber cloths there. Just wrap them up in something, cover it up, because again, people with an eye for detail, if we catch the trims coming off with the diffuser, then it's a bit annoying. So go in, safety first, nothing gets hurt, everyone's a winner. So straight in, mushroom clips on the underside. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I say there's 4 on this car. Some of them only have 2, so it's just, I think it's an age thing. But yeah, so there's 4 on this one. They're removed, and that's literally that on this one. The next step is to try and pull it off. Still rolling? Still rolling. So next step is to get it underneath the bottom of the diffuser. No.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we've moved positions. It's a Friday. I thought I was rolling. I wasn't rolling. Anyway, we're underneath the car. What you need to gain access to, well, it's right in front of you actually, is you can see the trim clips along the back edge here of the diffuser. With your trim tool, you should be able to push the center of it across, which then will, with any luck, if you try and pop the skin off from the diffuser, like so, that'll allow it to pop through. You can also see the second one up, so maybe try and do that whilst we're here. Again, using a trim tool to push on the center. Give it a good firm tug, and that will release the second one. So that's done on the passenger side. We'll swap over, do the driver's side, and then we'll pop back out from behind and gently pull across the top, which should release the rest of the diffuser. Okay, so now we've released either end, it should just be a case of continuing that work along the top edge. So gently pulling on the diffuser, get your fingers behind it as high up as you can, and then just gently pull, working your way along. It does look a bit aggressive, but the alternative is to pull the bumper off, which, as I've just demonstrated, is a little bit unnecessary. So there we have it, one diffuser removed. So as previously mentioned, we're not done yet. We've got a few more parts to go on. If you're here just for a diffuser fitting, skip forward. Essentially, you've just got to put the new part back on the same way the old part came off. But we'll cover that shortly. For now, I'm going to look at getting this diffuser surround swapped out as well. So the first step for that is to remove the rear skirts or the rear aprons. As you can see, this one's already got a carbon replacement on it. It's one of ours. We got excited, we fitted it already. So this is going to have to come back off. There is a how-to Tim will bang a link in for that. But essentially, much like the diffuser, a row of trim clips underneath, 4 again for this part, and with those removed, you just pull the part off. Easy as that. So now I've got both skirts or aprons removed, which leaves just the diffuser surround. So there's 3 pieces to this, as per the original. You've got the main piece that covers almost the full width of the car, the tow eye cover, and then this driver's side right hand section here. So first things first, what you can do is pop the tow eye cover in to remove it. This one's quite stubborn because it's brand new. There's a little tag on the end which holds it into the bumper. If you give that a squeeze, you can pull the whole thing out, and then you're ready at some point to swap over this little part here. So we'll cover that in a minute. After that, you've then got the 2 separate pieces to remove, so we'll go through that in a second as well. Okay, so you might spot something's changed here. As with the rest of this car, I'm not feeling so brave with brand spanking new matte satin finish, whatever it is, paint. So low tack masking tape all the way around. Shouldn't be a problem, but just in case, it's there to protect me. Trim tool is all that's required. Again, a series of clips around the outside edge for this. So I'm going to start with this main piece, start at the bottom end here, and just pop your trim clip up behind the part, pop it off, and then work your way around the top. It's quite tight, but slow and steady. Again, pulling directly outwards is best. And just work your way along, just gradual pressure, step by step, clip by clip, all the way to the end, and that's it removed. Okay, so the short side now, much the same as the last one. Trim tool, up from the bottom, release the first clip. If it's being difficult, you can release it from behind, much like the diffuser, and then once again, gradual pressure, and that's off. Happy days. As you can see, the rear end is now completely naked. This car's squeaky clean because it's brand spanking new, but now's a good opportunity, if your car's been used before, to give it a bit of a clean up behind the scenes. So rapid detailer, waterless wash, or a jet wash. If you're outside, crack on, give it a good clean up. That will help with this stuff going in and making sure no paint work or carbon gets scratched or damaged. In terms of fitting it back on, it is as straightforward as offering it up, lining it up in the holes and pushing it on. So I'll start with the largest part. I generally work from one end to the other. So I'm going to start at this end next to where the towing eye would be. So with it all lined up, just give it a good push, and that should all be engaged. And same again with this part on the other side. Just get it lined up. Again, being careful of the paint. Push it home, and there you have it. So last bit of the diffuser surround is the tow eye cover. We supply you with this short little section of carbon to swap out for the black trim here. Trim tool again, pop in the gap behind. And pop it off. Now unfortunately I'm yet to find one that doesn't split this bottom piece here. It doesn't affect the way that it all goes back together. It's just because it's such a small piece of plastic, even using the trim tool. Maybe by spreading it with some cocktail sticks would be the only way of getting it done without breaking it, but pretty much everyone that I've done that happens, so it's potluck. Anyway, the original gloss black's removed, carbon's ready to go on, much the same as everything else. Line up the holes and push it in till it clicks, making sure it's all the way home, and once that's done it should be on there, not going anywhere, ready to go back on the car. So I'll do that now. So just put the securing tag back in its location through the hole, and then tab in at the top, click it into place. There you have it, one complete carbon diffuser surround even. So with the surround installed, it's a case of putting the aprons back on, and then lastly we'll do the diffuser. So again, there is a video specifically just for these aprons, but I'll quickly show you now. Much like the rest of our parts, just gently offer it up, line up all the holes in the slots, give it a push, makes the magic sound, 4 trim clips underneath, and that's it, installed, ready to go. So I'll do those now. Okay, so back to the diffuser. Those of you that are here just for that, thanks for your patience. Thanks for scrolling through to this bit. As you can see, there's a whole host of carbon on the back end now already. It just leaves this to go on and complete the pack, or complete the package, should I say. So just one point of note on these, we're yet to figure out quite what dictates how this system works. Some of these panels, they have 2 fixings as per this one here. As per the one that actually came off the car, it had 4. We don't get into the habit of drilling through carbon, so as it is, we fit the amount that we have the ability to fit. So with this going back on, I'll fit 2. That'll leave me with 2 left over, but what I can say is that we've not had an issue at all with any of these parts in terms of them staying on the car once this situation's been passed. So yeah, as many as you can get on, great. If there's a couple left over, don't worry about it, the part's not going anywhere. So without further ado, we'll get it on. As with all the other parts, it's a case of lining it up. Having the tailed pipes covered here is quite helpful because it does mean you can sit the part on top of the microfibers there whilst you get busy trying to offer it up. So again, line up the slots and then push it home. Wait for the noise, listen for the clickies, and there you have it. That's that part fitted. Couple of mushroom clips underneath, which I'll do right now. And there you are. As with everything else, the grand reveal. Remove the protection, stand back and admire your work, and give yourself a pat on the back. Okay, and that's a wrap on the back end kit. So we've got all of our parts on this. M Performance style rear diffuser, Carbonwurks diffuser surround, full carbon again, and then lastly the M Performance style rear skirts, rear aprons, call them what you will. Nice straightforward jobs. Obviously we've covered all of this in a how-to, so any of you guys that are lucky enough to have this for your car, check out those videos, and if you're fitting yourself, should give you all the tips and tricks for getting that done in a nice, straightforward, easy manner. That's it for the carbon pack on the car. It's all complete. If you've been following this series, thank you very much for tuning in. There may well be a couple more how-to videos on this car. I don't think we're quite done with it yet, so see what turns up on the channel. But until then, like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.